Guys, this is Casanova Reviews. Uh, I just did this fragrance review in Spanish, but I wanted to share my opinions for my audience that speak English. And the fragrance that I want to talk about tonight, it's probably the most daring in my collection. If it's not the most, it's one of the most. It's very challenging for me to use it because, like I mentioned before, I live in Dallas, Texas, and for the most part, our weather we haven't gotten real cold seasons. Like for example, last year I think even throughout this, even all the way to December, we were like in low 80s, and then it didn't get cold till like February. But this fragrance, I give it at least a few wearings every season because I really like it. Not the only bad part about this fragrance, and actually, it's a bad thing about the house. Um, I'm a big fan of Christian Dior. The only thing that sucks about the house is they do reformulate their fragrances a lot, or they discontinue them. This one is not discontinued, but from what I heard, it got reformulated. I don't know what year, so I don't want to lie to you guys. But I got the 2012 version, and this has been in my collection. I want to say at least 7 years because I got it right when it came out. It might be 8 years now, and um, I think the price when it came out, if I'm not mistaken, is the big bottles. What was it? What is it? 6.7 ounce or something from the private line or privé line. I think it's called whatever private privé. Same shit, right? Um, and I got on a split. I don't know the guy that I got it from, but I just know that I got 1 ounce, and I can't think or remember the price that I paid, but I'm pretty sure it was probably around 80 for 1 ounce. Which, to be honest, I'm glad that I only got on a split. Even though I love the fragrance, but if you guys can see my bottle, and the cologne that I'm talking about is Oud Ispahan. Now, in what, 8 years, 7, 8 years, this is how much I wore for 1 ounce. Now, I said it on my Spanish video, like, I'm not gonna spray it because I'm very familiar with the fragrance, and I don't even need to spray it, like, just by opening the cap, I can smell it on the air. Now, hear me out. Right when I got this, around the same time, I got the other one from the Privet line, leather oud, and that one, oh my god, that has been probably the worst fragrance that I ever smelled. I kind of wish I could smell it now. I don't know if it's the same, but I remember what the first time when I opened it, and I was just getting into oud fragrances, wanted to try it, because there was like a big hype back then. And I remember I was like, "What the fuck? It smelled like barn." It reminded me like when I used to live in Mexico and we go to the ranch and like the cow shit and all that, the horses, like that's what it reminded me of. And this one, then later I got this one, and I think the leather wood was just too much for me. But this one, even though it's still there, the rose makes it such a beautiful. Like the wood is there. Don't get me wrong, but it's like a funky, delicious, sweet. It's just intoxicating, man. Now, uh, I don't have a lot of subscribers or viewers, but if anybody uh, is familiar with the new formulation, I would like to know what's the difference. Is it like less funky? Is the rose note like stronger, or maybe it's weaker like as a whole thing? Because let me tell you something. Out of my haven't counted it, but I know for sure I have at least 200 or more fragrances. That's including decants. By far, guys, by far, if I had to choose top 10 strongest fragrances, this will be on my top three. If not, you're probably my number one. This is one of the only fragrances that when I wear it, I don't spray it on my clothes. And the reason why I don't spray it on my clothes, I remember the one time and the only time that I did, I don't remember if it was like a nice polo shirt that I bought. I think, like one of those, I paid like $100 for that polo. But I couldn't fucking get the smell out. Like I washed it like 3 times and you could still smell it. That shit is fucking crazy. On skin, easily 12, 18 hours. Like I said, on clothes, good luck getting this shit out. This is real. Like if you wanna be loud, wanna make a statement, you wanna. Now the only thing about this one, it can be a little feminine because of the rose. But if you're a real confident guy and you don't mind unisex fragrances, like you can pull this off. Now, now the only negative, if I had to say anything negative, I think I did wear it one time when it was like warm, like in the high 80s. And this is one of those fragrances that if it's hot, if it's too hot, it changes the whole smell. It will choke you. Like you're not even gonna like it. You're probably gonna start hating it because I remember that time. And see, it's been years, but I still remember. Like I was like, oh my god, like I can't wait to get home and shower. But when it's real cold and nice outside, and you just do like maybe 3 sprays. This is one of the only fragrances that I won't do. I would just do one on my chest, and that's it. I won't even put it on my arms. But you're gonna get the sand cloud, and it's just the oud and the rose here is very balsamic, very nice. It's just one of those fucking masterpieces, classic. Now, I'm talking about this is the 2012 version. I don't know when, like I said, I don't know when it got reformulated, but I don't know the new version, what it smells like, because I know it's not discontinued. And you know what? If I ever run into one of the fragrance groups that I'm in, and somebody's splitting the new version, I'm probably gonna get like at least 5 ml just to see the difference. But if you guys can find a good price for the 2012, I know when it comes to vintage stuff, like the prices go crazy. I will highly, 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 highly recommend this. Like no joke, guys. This is some good shit. But like I said, you do have to, your nose has to be a little bit more developed because, if you're coming from the designer side, you all you're used to is like Blue de Chanel's, your Blue de Chanel's, Dolce & Gabbanas, your Giorgio Armani's, and you get your nose on something like this, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Because, oh my god, it is layering. But I could smell this shit all day, man, because this is probably one of my favorite oud scents. The rose is just so fucking beautiful here. Anyways, this is Christian Dior Oud Ispahan 2012, and I'll put it on the review. Very, very nice. Alright, thank you guys. I'll see you next time.